What's up, everyone? Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of the interwebs. I am your host, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, Horizon Worlds beta goes public in the US and Canada with an 18-plus age restriction. Engineers create a bird-like robot that can perch and carry objects. Happening in this week's What The, Italian researchers have built a humanoid robot that may one day fly like Iron Man. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update next. After years of waiting, the Horizon Worlds beta is opening to anyone in the US and Canada with no invite required. Meta announced the change recently, which moves the beta from an invite-only system to a public beta with no invite requirement. Anyone who is in the US and Canada and over 18 years of age can now download Horizon Worlds and try it out from today on. Upworld VR asked Meta for clarification on how the 18-plus age requirement is going to be verified, to which a spokesperson responded, quote, "When you log into Horizon Worlds with Facebook, you'll be able to use the app in VR if your age on Facebook is over 18. Horizon Worlds is the social hub and creative tool created by Meta as part of a wider Horizon brand, which also includes Horizon Venues and Horizon Workrooms. It was announced all the way back in 2019, then known as Facebook Horizon, and displayed similar social world-building functionality as VR apps like VRChat and Rec Room. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has emphasized Horizon Worlds' priority within the company's VR/AR efforts, hoping it might start the social fabric of VR. Likewise, Meta Consulting CEO John Carmack has stated that he wants the next version of the company's annual Connect conference to be held inside Horizon apps. Horizon Worlds was first tried out at Oculus Connect 6 back in September of 2019. A closed alpha began in March of 2020, followed by a transition to an invite-only closed beta. This was back in August. It was then that reviewers were able to go hands-on with Horizon Worlds for a second time, which left them feeling that the app had good foundation, but didn't necessarily feel like the full picture of Meta's social VR puzzle. In October, Meta rebranded Facebook Horizon to Horizon Worlds and announced a $10 million fund to encourage Horizon creators, despite still being in closed beta at the time. Now, more than 2 years after it was announced, the beta will be open to those in the US and Canada. There is no word on other regions at the moment, but expect to hear more as the open beta progresses towards hopefully a full launch sometime in the near future. Horizon Worlds beta is open to anyone aged 18 and plus in the US and Canada from today on the Quest and Rift platforms. Support for the original Quest 1 is going to end in January 13th of 2022. Nreal, the Chinese startup behind the Nreal Light AR glasses that we've talked about before here on the program, they made quite a splash back at CES 2019, but we haven't heard much from them since. Well, they've now expanded to the United States, making the smartphone tethered device available through select Verizon stores, starting, this past week. Nreal Light is a pair of AR glasses that are physically connected to a smartphone via USB Type-C to drive its graphics and, of course, provide power, making it quite a bit lighter than a standard AR headset like HoloLens, since it's offloaded the need for an internal battery, chipset, and cooling to the actual phone itself. Relative to enterprise-focused AR headsets like Magic Leap 2 and HoloLens, it's also less expensive due to the inclusion of cheaper and less complicated optics, called birdbath optics, which provide light from a micro display to the eye via what's essentially a curved see-through mirror, among other things. As for apps, the AR glasses play bespoke content in predefined play spaces, all of which you can download from Google Play, such as Table Trenches, a 1v1 tabletop strategy game. It also boasts a screen mirroring function for your phone, so you can use every app on it, as well as the ability to use multiple browser windows so that you can watch a video and surf the web in different floating monitors in front of you. This sounds like my type of thing. The tethered smartphone acts primarily as a laser pointer selector, something Oculus Go and Google Daydream users will be very familiar with. That's the value proposition, at least, as Nreal Light goes on sale in the US for $599. Rollout in that country comes first to select brick-and-mortar Verizon stores. That's according to Tom's Hardware. Online sales via Verizon kicked off in the beginning of December, and those physical stores will act as places to demo the Nreal Light before you can buy them. Nreal Light boasts a fairly wide compatibility list as well, including many of the Samsung Galaxy phones. The company says Light will also support iPhones in some capacity. However, it hasn't specified exactly how that will work. Before its release in the US, Nreal had rolled out via telecoms in South Korea, Japan, Germany, and Spain. The Beijing-based company also recently closed a $100 million Series C financing round, which it will use for R&D and to widen its internal reach. Nreal Light has yet to launch in its Chinese homeland. However, Nreal CEO Qi Zhu has previously said it may happen at some point in 2022, along with more countries as well.